So I'm going to show you how to batch edit or synchronize set. And so if you look here at the bottom, these 4 images were taken at the same time, same light, same settings, nothing changed. You can notice up here in the top right, the settings don't change. And so I've already edited this image. I applied my settings to it. I'm going to take the lights down a little bit more. And so now I'm going to just easily edit these other 3. And so this one's highlighted, so I'm going to select this. And then over here on the bottom right, it says sync. And so I'll click sync. And I want all of these to be checked except for the local adjustments, the transform, the crop, the spot removal. I didn't do any of that, but in the future I just don't want those checked, so that basically it applies everything else. And then I select synchronize, and then it applies that edit to those images. And then I'll come over here and I'll do this one and I'll sync this one, and then I'll always go back and make sure it applied well and it looks good. And this image to me, like it looks crooked, so I'm going to adjust that, and it looks a little too bright for me, so I'm going to take the exposure down 2 notches and kind of darken those shadows just a little bit, but that was like nothing. So then I'm going to synchronize this one to that one, see if that helps it, and I think it does. And I'm going to make it straight here. Perfect. See, easy, good. And then this one is good. Again, I feel like it's not level. I feel like my eye always sees unlevel things. And so I'm going to straighten that, take that down. Perfect. And then I can highlight these. I'll go File, Export, and then those are done. So that's how you batch edit, and it's amazing. It's so helpful. And then if you like warm or cool images, one thing that I always do is this temperature up here helps me with that. So if you like warmer, you can kind of take down the temperature just a little bit, which I feel like that looks good, or you can kind of make it a little bit warmer here. If you notice your images are cool or warm, that's one way to adjust them. Another way is to come down here and use the split toning. I use the split toning to add some warmth. See, if I like up the saturation a lot, it adds a lot more. But I'm going to kind of let it hang around here. But this hue, if you set the hue to something warmer, or pinks or whatever, you can kind of play around with that and see how to use it. But I always kind of let it hang around the warmth, to add some warmth to it. That is one way to help adjust the orange and the red. And another way is if something's really orange, you can always take out the luminance. You can take out just a tiny bit of the saturation, but you have to be careful with oranges because it'll take out their skin tone. So be really careful with that one. But those are some little ways to kind of play around with the reds and oranges. I hope this is helpful. Alrighty.